Okay, go.
My name is Patience Ethel. I work with EDEL IT Consult as a lead developer. There are some challenges in the field I've observed and I've faced. One, and the basic one is the can't be paused.
Keep going.
Okay. Issues of personal, one I've observed is issues of personal choices when it comes to opportunities for the female. Most people prefer to give the opportunity to the male than the female. That's what I have observed as a big challenge in this field.
And how have you overcome it?
Please answer the question again, the latter one.
The question is how, so you said this was a problem. The question is how have you overcome that problem?
Okay, well, as a woman, I've tried my best to keep up with what I really want to do. And anytime I'm given an opportunity, I try my best to show what I can so that people around will believe that, yes, women can also be given the opportunity and they can be able to excel.
Give us one example. Because you're not giving me what I want, which is why I'm asking the questions.
Okay. One example is working with EDEL technology as a lead developer. Over the years, I have tried my best to be a developer. Sometimes people don't believe. Sometimes people are like, "Oh, you're female and you can't do much." But here I am with the opportunity, and I can say I'm excited, and it's really going well.
Okay, that's good. Thank you. Who's next?
Hello.
It's already running, so go.
My name is...
Do not read.
My name is Judith Aguche. I work at EDEL Technology Consulting as a product manager. At the beginning of this year, since the beginning of this year, we've had a number of projects, but there's one that I'm very needed in, kind of. Then there's a customer relationship management system we're working on for a microfinance institution, and at the moment I'm helping with the requirements analysis process, helping to set up in line with what the client wants, exactly what should go into the development of the system. Growing up in the STEM industry, I think my challenge, I didn't really have any challenges in my younger years, but the challenges that started popping up when I got to the university. Most times, some of the comments that some guys will pass when they get to find out that, oh, you're a computer science student, like, are you sure you can do it? Hey, then you must be some hardcore girl. Like, people have that kind of intention about you, but then when they get close, they realize that, I mean, yes, you are smart, but then you can also be an easygoing person. So another, in the working industry, I guess the main challenge or the only challenge I may have come across is one instance where I realized that I was being bypassed, like in an IT team. My boss needed some inputs on something, but he just went straight to the guys and didn't even bother asking what I thought about it. And it hurts a little, but then I was like, well, it's just that one time. Many other opportunities will come, and then you can show what you have, the ideas you have that can contribute very well to the project.
Okay, great. Next person.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Edem Agbeyo. I'm a junior developer at EDEL technology consultant. Well, currently I'm working on a system that will help a customer who is into providing what do you call it, tour services to customers. So we are helping implement that system to help people come there and find more about the company, and also how they can ask for information about a particular tour or a particular packages that the clients offer. So about the STEM, I won't say I faced any big challenge aside the fact that when I started this whole technology thing, the programming aspect of it was a little bit new to me because I didn't know anything about programming stuff. But as time goes on and I was learning and trying to know more about it, it became kind of easy. So now I'm happy that I'm using whatever I learned in school, whatever I learned over the past years to help people increase their productivity and grow their revenue.
Okay, thank you. All right, you've got to stay behind. Let me do mine. See, wasn't that good?
A little sweet.
It's still rough. My name is Ethel Cofie. I'm CEO of EDEL Technology Consulting, a technology company out of Ghana, a technology and digital products company out of Ghana. We build custom software for clients, and we are interested in building software that enables clients to grow their revenue and also to be operationally efficient. I'm also the founder of Women in Tech Africa, Africa's largest women in tech group. We're spread over 30 African countries with physical chapters in Ghana, Kenya, Nigeria, and London. I am also a YALI Young African Leaders Initiative Fellow, and I am a promoter of Title to STEM Career Day about my journey and my story. So I have been working in technology for the last 12 to 15 years. I have a degree in computer science and a master's in distributed systems. So I've clearly enjoyed technology and being in technology. I think my story is a straightforward story. So I discovered computers when I was 18 years old. My father bought me a desktop after I finished secondary school. So I got really interested in it, and I spent a lot of time, and this was days before the internet. I spent a lot of time trying to figure out how it worked. So late hours of the night just playing around with it. So when I finished secondary school, I spent the year waiting to go to university, but I spent that year doing a diploma course in IMIS, which was just teaching little bits of coding, website development. And by the end of that year, I decided, because I was trying to decide whether I was going to do an engineering course. I was sure when I finished secondary school that I was going to go into engineering, whether it was civil engineering or mechanical engineering. But after that year of just coding and working a team, I decided that I was more interested in IT. So I chose to do a degree in IT. Now there were, I think, 3 or 4 women in my class. So there was a very small number there. But I think part of it is not having a lot of females out there at the time I was in university who were doing amazing things in the technology sector. So we really didn't see ourselves in other people. We really didn't see mentors. But how did I overcome that? So I spent a lot of time reading technology magazines and checking online on the women that were in the technology space, which is when I discovered Marissa Myers, who at the time was Google's first employee. So she was Google's, I think, 13th employee, but the first female employee. And for me, she was one of the people that I looked up to for years. She's now presently the CEO for Yahoo. So I followed her career. So I had a mentor, somebody I hadn't really met, but somebody whose career that I'd watched over the years. So what's the next question? I suppose the other barrier was things that I put on myself, right? So there are lots of opportunities for both men and women in the technology sector. But because of culture, women are less likely to take on opportunities. There are statistics and facts that show that when there is a job advertised, men with 30% of the skill sets will apply. Women will wait till they have 80-90% of the skill sets to apply. So I'll give you an example. Years ago, there was the YALI initiative, to the Young African Leaders Initiative. At the time when the applications came out, the program, the YALI initiative was a program by Barack Obama that was going to bring 500 young African leaders from the continent to the US. Part of that was to be able to, part of being in the fellowship was training and help to become a leader in your community. And when I saw it initially and my friends were talking about it, I thought, oh, I'm not going to apply, I don't think I'm going to get in. I don't think that I would be able to get in. I haven't done anything big enough. I haven't done anything that is amazing on the level that I will get in. And the people around me forced me to actually apply. So I said, oh, I won't get in. I'm not going to take the opportunity. But guess what? With 1 day to go, I filled out the online form and I sent the application. I really didn't have hope. I thought, oh, people like me don't get into these kind of programs, and I know I'm not going to get in. But guess what? I got into the program. I spent 3 months in the US. I got to meet President Barack Obama. I got to meet Michelle Obama. I got to spend a lot of time learning from amazing people, not only from the African continent, but people in America. So it's important that we take the opportunities that come to us, that we not be afraid. I mean, what's the worst thing that could happen? If you don't get in, you don't get in. But you don't, what's the saying? You fail at all the shots that you do not take. So take on the opportunity that comes your way, and you never know what might come out of it. So I'm very excited for International Women's Day and an International Day of Women in Science. I'm very excited about it because just like when I was in university, I was looking for mentors. I think it's a really wonderful platform to be able to show young women and men, the people out there that are doing amazing things, and show them what they are capable of. People that look like them, and people that are like them, people that come from similar backgrounds like them, and they can see and say, look, if somebody has done it, I have to put in the work, and I have to push myself. So that's why I think International Women's Day is important. As I mentioned earlier, I am founder of Women in Tech Africa. Women in Tech Africa is the largest women in tech group on the continent. So we have membership of women across 30 African countries. And we have physical chapters in Ghana, Kenya, London, and Nigeria, and growing. And what we care about is supporting women in the technology sector to grow, but also affecting our communities positively. How can we help young girls be attracted to tech careers? How can we help young girls who want to get into tech careers get the right mentorship to get into tech careers? So if you want to join us or find out about what we do, go to www.womenintechafrica.com, and there's a link there to join us, and you'll sign up and you'll get our weekly newsletters on what we're doing. And so you can join a group or a community near you. I'll cut this video for you. Okay. We're going to go back to the introduction.